Adobe Illustrator is Photoshop's older brother. It is a vector image application, while Photoshop is a raster image application. In Illustrator, we mainly work with paths and anchor points, while in Photoshop, we work with pixels. What is Illustrator good for? It is great for packaging design, for product and brand identity, for illustrations, digital art, patterns, and so on and so forth. There's so many other areas that you can use Illustrator as well, and it is one of the most commonly used creative applications in the industry. From the name, you can already guess that Illustrator will definitely be great to use together with a tablet. Just like in Photoshop, here you can also use the pressure sensitivity of your tablet. If I double click on, let's say, the blow brush tool, you can already see that I've set pressure for the size, for controlling the size of my brush. I also need to increase variation to be able to use this. And now if I start drawing, just like in Photoshop, I can draw with the pressure sensitivity. The big difference here though is that this is already a vector shape. So what I actually did, if I zoom closer, is vector points or anchor points and paths drawing with pressure sensitivity. That is a very interesting feature, because now if I continue to draw with this same tool, I can extend the same path or same shape. So once again, if I draw continuing from that, I can still have everything in one vector shape. And there are many tools in Illustrator which works with the same options, like the eraser tool as well, has angle, roundness and size controls, and you can use many things like the pressure, even the stylus wheel, tilt, rotation, all the options that you can use with Wacom tablets and the special pens. By using a Wacom tablet, I managed to create this vector illustration, and to be able to see the real side of a vector illustration, let me switch to outline mode, where you can see a wireframe of the gradient meshes that I used. Again, this is something I wouldn't be able to do without a tablet. With a mouse, this would take ages, while with a tablet, I managed to create this in a couple of hours. The same gradient meshes can be used to create still lifes and make it look almost photorealistic. And you can also use live trace to turn an illustration done on paper into vector illustration. So I'm just going to choose image trace, and I am going to use sketched art. And as you can see, it created a beautiful vector version of the illustration. And if I want to color this, I can easily do that. I just need to select the Live Paint Bucket tool. I just need to click on expand first of all, and then I can turn it into a live paint group. So I just told Illustrator to turn this into a live paint group, and I can already start drawing. If I don't want to see all these little points, I can always go to the view menu and choose hide edges. So now I can easily draw over parts, and if I want to use different colors, I can just use right and left arrows to switch between those colors and draw over details. I can even draw over parts which are already using, let's say, black in this case, and I can sample as well from the image. So you can see how fast and easily I can create illustrations even from a sketch scanned in from a paper. But I can also use tools like the shape builder tool to create logos and brand identities. In this case, let me show you how to create this shape, this well-known shape of this logo. I have 4 circles here. How can I make the logo from these 4 circles? Very easily in Illustrator I can do this. I just need to select these 3 circles and select the tool which is called Shape Builder, and with that, holding down Alt to remove these 3 parts of the intersecting circles, and then shift click to drag over this to combine those 3 shapes. And we've done it with 2 clicks. From 3 circles I created the logo's main symbol. These are just a couple of examples of the creative possibilities that you can do in Illustrator. And remember, if you have pressure sensitivity, tilt and rotation, you will be able to do much more and much more efficiently than with a mouse in Illustrator.